The Vitruvia exercises we did in the last lesson focused on developing our ability to read code. What we're going to do now is shift our focus to developing our ability to write code. And the first step on this journey involves a web app called Quill. So in Quill, an artifact is constructed through a sequence of put function calls whose parts are selected via mouse clicks. Now, if we don't count the semicolon at the end of a line, then a put function call consists of 4 parts. The function name, so put2d, the shape of the brick, the color of the brick, and the brick's reference point on the grid. So with that in mind, let's create the flower-like artifact that's shown here on the left, this one. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to select the put function call. Notice how it appears over here on the left in text form. Then we need to select the shape of a brick. So we have to figure out what we want to build here, what we want to build first. Maybe let's start, I guess let's start with the stem of the flower. So we're going to put here, let's see, a 1x2 green brick, and we want it to be at this location. This is the reference point. So if we click here, we get this. Now we're going to do 1x1 bricks, green bricks around this to complete the stem of the flower. So put 1x1 green at that reference point. Let me go ahead and make a mistake now just so you can see what happens. So if I pick the wrong color, I'll put it somewhere in the wrong place. Then I can undo and it erases that. So I'm going to continue on now and fix it. So put 1x1 green at this location, put 1x1 green at this location. And so now we just have the yellow, sort of the flower part of this flower. So this one is a 3x3 square with a black 1x1 in the center. So we have to figure out, using this set of shapes here, how we're going to build this. So let me, let's see, maybe I will do a 2x3 yellow first. Put 2x3 yellow right here. So now I still have to fill in these. So this is going to be a 1x2 and a 1x1. So put 1x2 yellow goes right here, and put 1x1 yellow goes right here. And then last but not least, we're going to overwrite this center yellow brick with a black one. 1x1 black goes right there. Okay, so one thing to notice is that there are different ways that this could have been built, right? And so in some sense, what I'm trying for right here, it's not required, but I'm trying to sort of minimize the number of put function calls that it takes to build this thing. So in this case, it took me 8 put function calls, and this text right here is actually a bricklayer program, the text form of a bricklayer program. So if I submit this, confirms that I did everything correctly, and now I can move on to the next problem. So let's do a couple of these just so we can get some practice. This one is a little bit easier. So we have, these are going to be 3x2s and 2x3s, right? So the first one is going to be put a 3x2 blue brick at this reference point right here. Then let me go clockwise. So I'm going to do a put 2x3 green brick at this reference point, followed by a put, let's see, 3x2 red brick at this reference point. And then the last one is put 2x3 yellow, I put a 2x3 yellow brick at this reference point right here. So this is my code. It took me 4 function calls to do this. I'm going to go ahead and submit this. Okay, got this correct also. Let's move on. Let's see. Let me, in the interest of time, let me skip ahead to this one right here. This one is a little trickier. Well, it has sort of a jagged border, if you notice, right? And so the question is, yeah, we could put 1x1s all over the place, but I'm trying to sort of minimize that. Again, it's not required, but But let's see, let me start out by, maybe I'll put it 2 by 2 right here. So I'm kind of eyeballing it. So first one goes right here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then below that, maybe right here, this one is a 2 by 3. So put a 2 by 3 yellow. Where does this show up? It's going to be right next to it, like this. And then I need a 1 by 1 here to fill this in. So you can kind of tell that as this artifact gets a little bit more complex, I have to be a little bit more organized about how I go about building things. Okay, so let's see this next one here. I did this 2 by 3. I can fit in another 2 by 3 right next to it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 2 by 3 yellow goes right here. And now here I would need to fill this in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 2 by 2 here, and then I'm going to put an empty to erase this. So put, where's 2 by 2 right here, yellow goes right at 6, 1 right here. And then I need to erase this one right here. So I'm going to put an empty here. Put 1 by 1 empty. And I think I have the bottom part of the duck. What I might try here is a 4 by 2 yellow, and then a 2 by 1 yellow on top of that. That looks pretty good. Let's try that. Put 4 by 2 yellow, goes right there, and put 2 by 1 yellow on top of that. And so now, I think, am I missing anything? I need to put the eye right here. It's going to be a black eye that goes right there. And then the beak goes right here. Put 1 by 1 black beak. So now I'm going to do a quick double check to make sure I got everything right before I hit the submit button, because if I get this wrong, then I have to start over. Right, so that looks pretty good. Submit. Ta-da. Okay, so practice these exercises, and when you feel comfortable, then go ahead and take the test on Quill Type 1 constructions. Good luck.